I just checked my bank account and I'm good. I'm flexing, yeah, cause my singles going off in my hood. I'm flexing, yeah, everywhere I go, you know it's all love. I'm flexing.
Yo, what's good, Crazy Nation? It's your boy Espy up the Crazy. You know what it is. I'm back again with another reaction. This is to Babymonster in Singapore. Sheesh! Let's get it. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's way too low. There we go. The trouble. Ooh. Ooh, hold on. I like the way she did that. You know that. Nice, Rora. Damn, Parita. Damn. So she does both? Oh, wow. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, she got the whole pre-chorus. That's crazy. Damn, Ion. Nice, Rora. Oh, that hits like a fucking drug. Oh. 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 Wow. Here it comes. Damn, Parita! Wait, what the fuck does she do in the encore version? Interesting. Nice, Asa. Ah, what we wanted to see. So it is. Okay. Okay, I wanted to see this part. Yeah, because Rora starts it. Nice. So Rora gets the whole, practically the whole. Ooh, that makes sense. So Parita gets the whole pre-chorus, and Rora gets the whole, practically the whole bridge. Ooh! Hold on. I need to hear that again. Ooh! I like that. The. Here we go. Woo. The crowd is going off. Nah, they killed that. I like the I like what Parita and Rora did a lot. Sorry, a lot. I really enjoyed what they did there. I like how both of them just get the whole part. Because that's what we were wondering. When I asked her, I was like, wait, how does Sheesh work then? That makes more sense for Rora to just get the whole thing. Because I don't know if Parita's voice fits that as much as Rora's does. So that's why I was like, oh, I wonder if Rora's just going to go low, which is what happens. Because I feel like Rora's the closest transition to Rami low. And Parita's the closest transition to Rami high. So it kind of makes sense how they switched it. What did you think, Majo? I really enjoyed this. The band went off as well. The band killed this. I was like, wow, this felt different. They really did their thing. I like it. I liked it a lot. This song is getting better and better even when not having more members. Yeah, it's a hot. My thing is, once again, Ruka brought that energy. Ruka went nuts on her part. And I love that for Ruka. I've noticed as well, I don't know if you noticed this, but they're doing the same thing as XG. Have you noticed that? They're slowing themselves down. They're not going all out. Like I noticed, like even in the choreo, they're slowing themselves. They're not measuring themselves, saving their energy. I noticed that in this. You noticed that, right? Like they were dancing slow. They were very. It was all about vocal. It's like you said. What was it? What was it that we were watching that they talked about that? Boy Next Door, right? It was Boy Next Door, right? That they were like, you have to pick one or the other. You have to either focus on the performance or focus on the vocals. That was Boy Next Door, right? I think it was them and Isna as well. Because I swear Isna spoke about that too. In the dance practice behind. They were like, oh, we want to focus on our vocals as well. Like, we don't just want to just focus on the performance. We want to focus on vocals as well. Which is so important. Which is what I've noticed. Babymonster are now, like, focusing way, way more on vocals. Like, way more. And that's why even when we're talking about the Love Maybe, I think that's why their Love Maybe sounded so good. The performance was because they're focusing on slowing themselves down, which is important. You can't just drain yourself in the first 19 minutes of a concert. You can't do that. This was awesome. I really enjoyed this. Let's watch this again. This is actually one of the few times where I wanted to watch it. No. It was Boy Next Door. They were talking about the I Love You song. Remember, because the choreo is mad intense. And remember, Jaehoon's like, yeah, that's all fine. Remember, because Jaehoon said that. He goes, yeah, but what about the vocals? And we're like, what the hell? Out of all people, Jaehoon's complaining about vocals? It was both, actually. You're right about that. Because Yuta and that bring that up. You're right about that. It was both. It was NCT as well. Because Yuta brings that up. Yuta's like, well, what about the vocals? Which is so odd. Because we're like, what the hell? Like, because Yuta's like a heavy dancer. But it caught us off guard because I was like, oh, like, wow, Yuta cares about the vocals, which is so important. But anyway, let's keep it going. This is awesome. Oh, I love Aurora's voice, man. Chiquita does very well here. I like that. You know that. Oh, by the way, everyone's suggesting me to do Batter Up Majo, because you know why? Ion covers Rami's part. So pretty much, it's pretty much what it would have sounded like if Rami didn't debut. You know, like, it's pretty much how... it's pretty much if Rami... You know, like, it's pretty much the other way around. If Rami and Ion switch positions, and that Rami wasn't the one that... Yeah, it's like a crazy what if, exactly. People have been commenting it, and I was like, ah, sweet, I gotta check out the Batter Up then as well. That's why I brought it up. So Batter Up will be next after this one. Dude, Ion? She switched it on. Look at her. Sheesh. I love this song. That smile. Chiquita smiling at Asa. I love it. I love it. Bro, Ruka's energy is so refreshing. Aurora smile. Well, it's both of them. Aurora and Chiquita are mad smiling when she's rapping. I love that. Asa's insane, man. Her rapping is like if drums started to play. Who, Ruka or Rami? Asa's. Ruka's was scary because Ruka rapped perfectly to the drum. I don't know if you noticed that. She raps perfectly to the drums. It's actually disgusting. It's perfect. This. I mean Ion, sorry. Not Ruka, Ion, sorry. That that part. It's her and Ruka. I was like, fuck. It's like, fuck. That was perfect too. The vroom vroom. Oh. Oh. It's both, yeah. Well, it's all three. It's not even both. It's a trio. Oh, such a scary group. I'm so happy for Parita. I am so happy for Parita and Rora because I've always said this, they deserve their flowers. I feel like they have been heavily put down by others. And to me, it blows my mind how people don't see how talented those two are. And I'm glad that they're getting... Nah, not held back. It's not held back. It's that people... Because they don't get the parts that Rami gets and Ion gets, people go, oh, they don't have the talent. You know, it's kind of like how people say that Karina can't sing. It's like, no. Karina just isn't as good as a vocalist as Ning Ning and Winter, the two other members that are just better than her. But you know what I mean? Like this, the only reason Parita and Rora, you don't hear them at their like highest peak is because they have Rami and fucking Ion. It doesn't mean they don't know how to sing. It does, like that doesn't mean they don't know how to sing. It's just they have. Do you know what they remind? Oh my god, they remind me of Fifth Harmony. I remember people saying Dinah and Normani didn't know how to sing. And then look what happened when Normani finally went single. Right? All of her singles were hits. All of them. All of them. All of them. Like, it's kind of scary, right? All of them. Everything that she dropped was like a hit. By the way, bring back Normani. What the fuck? And it's like, that's the thing. Like, just because they're not as talented, like, I wouldn't say talented. Just because they're not as vocal ready as Rami and Ion, like, they're very polished as singers. It doesn't mean that they're bad singers. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that they don't have the talent. It just means they have two singers that are really, 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 really fucking good at their job. You know what I mean? It just means that. It doesn't mean that they're bad. Like, I'm sick of that, how people think that. Where it's like, oh, they must be really bad singers. No, that's not the case. It just means that they have, you know, they have better vocalists in front of them. And strong vocalists. You know, it's like how I said to you about when we look at those stupid rankings, and then I see how low Red Velvet's members are. And I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me this person can sing next to Wendy, but isn't a better singer than someone that can barely sing? How the fuck does that make any sense? Anyway, back to this performance. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh god. Shit. The crowd's going on too. I love it. I love how she sings it her own way. She has a bit of Rami in it, but it's more Aurora than Rami. I love that. That's crazy. No, but it's just one clean note now. And she cuts it shorter. Yeah, they smashed this, man. They smashed this. I'm obviously curious about the encore, but I'll react to that when I can. Because I'm just curious to hear what's the difference between the encore and this. But yeah, I'll react to Batter Up first, and then I'll do the encore. But yeah, if y'all like this, give this a thumbs up. None of that. Comment if you want to see more. Subscribe, and remember, keep living a crazy life and stay blessed. Peace. Laters. Ow.